let's get a little music going on. Too quiet for this hump day, Wednesday. What's up, Joe? Work to be done. Everybody thinks us main alliances, leadership has it easy. We get to sit around and, just kill things. That is not the case. Let's check it out here. Building flags. See how far away I am from my alliance. Captured the Great Ziggurat the other day. That was fun. That was last night. Night before. Let's see how long we have. We might just leave him here 40 minutes. So, we got some AP to use. Probably turn the music up a little bit. To do. Let's see if I can go back through. Oh, we got a new chat blocker just in case. Old Captain Slim has all them ladies PMing him. I don't want to display that. Not really though. But we are in KVK and a lot of planning going on. That's what I love about our kingdom, guys. Jellyfish, our king, his leadership team, all of us put in a lot of time pre-KVK planning. And obviously things don't always go exactly like you'd planned. So we adapt and plan some more, and just really good, really top-notch people. Makes it easy, fun to work with, and fortunately for us so far, plans have come together pretty well. I could have swore they placed, oh yeah, here we go, let's see if this is key. is still here. Nope, somebody got it. Well, bummer. Alright, let's see. I know there is. Alright, we can go do this real quick. Keep an eye on Charles. Let's use Khan. Let's use our new Khan. Alright, chat, playing around with some new things. Music being one of them. New mic being another. So let me know. Music too loud. My soothing voice not loud enough. Or just right. But alright, let's see here. We're gonna use Khan. Oh, I just realized. Well, reset's about to happen, so we'll wait a sec, but we'll go hammer this keep real quick. Do a mixed troop. Barca, that's fine, who cares? Actually, here's what we're gonna do. We are going to use new shiny stuff like Kira, and we'll just go all archers. We're just going to get real crazy. And so we get a damage bonus. Just throw in a little bit of infantry and cats. What else do we want in here? We'll do a little Richard YSG tank. I think that's good. These things are not tough. Alright, let's bring them over. Let's see how much time we have left on this flag. 20 minutes. Always be gathering. Worry about the fight, so of course the old verify button's gonna pop up on us. So we got some things happening. We got the Khan wheel. This is the third night. I haven't streamed my first two, but we've done well. We've gotten pretty lucky. I have Cavs. I usually open field will only have one Cav march out. I've switched gears pre-KVK, probably a month lead into it, to kind of really focus on infantry. I wanted to use more infantry than anything, but let's see. It's old Khan here. First day of the wheel, we were able to max his first skill just using the con heads that we got off the wheel in the chest. And yesterday wasn't as good, but pretty decent. Got 2 skills off of yesterday. And of course, you know, this sculpture requirements increase. But so yeah, so I'd like to get that second skill maxed, and then probably go like a 5-5-1-1 so he's usable. Check out his skills here. Second skill, we're doing a lot of rage reduction requirement. So when you pair him with somebody like Minna, who just does a ton of damage, and he requires 1,000, we can get this con second skill maxed to where he's reducing that by 100. He's firing off Minna's skill more often, and then Minna has a secondary skill that has the possibility of, because he's expertise, doing more damage. Con himself is doing a ton of damage. But yeah, so that's the plan for today. I don't think I'm going to put any universal heads into con, like I said, because my focus, I like infantry. So I'm kind of saving those for Alex, who will be coming out pretty soon. And the reason why I like the con, you know, a lot of people are down calves. You think about march speed in the field and, you know, kind of the hit and run. But the march speed here doesn't really scare me too much because, like I said, I am using a lot of infantry in open field. So they are slower than pouring maple syrup out in Canada in the middle of winter. And so they're kind of going to be right in line with them. And it's easier to control your marches when they're consistent with each other. You know, if you have a really fast cav march and you're using infantry or archers, especially with all the lag, you know, we have those huge murder ball wars. We've had some pretty good fights with Kingdom 804, and I couldn't tell you, I mean, how many marches are battling at any given point. But there's a lot of lag, and I just find it's easier to have my marches all kind of consistently have the same march speed and that sort of thing, so I don't lose one. And especially when you're talking calves, they can get melted pretty quick if you ain't paying attention. So I'll tell you another thing we have been going on here as of late is I've had my game freeze up a bunch. You know, usually in the battle, I'm typically in R4. I'm leader right now. Destiny is off, and our family alliances kind of getting those organized and prepped. So, you know, I'm setting a lot of markers and trying to communicate to the alliance, and it's just here as of late, since that last patch, it seems like, man, you get in 1 or 2 markers, or you get in 2 or 3 chats, and it just locks up and it freezes with the chat. I can still move the screen and I can still operate the game, but my chat screen freezes on top, so I've got to restart my game, and whew, that's the last thing you want to have happen in the middle of a murder ball. But it's happened, trust me. It's an expensive hospital bill when that does. Alright, let's just take care of him real quick. Boom, boom, take those off, and just handle her. Then I'll go handle him. What I'm doing, I've been really focusing on equipment. for probably going on 6-8 weeks now. And man, equipment's not easy. A lot of people aren't willing to put in the time and effort, consistency and discipline. You gotta, keep track of all the times that these things open and reopen, especially these keeps. And yeah, it's a lot of time and effort, but I'm just a big believer that equipment is going to be your differentiator. Everybody has access to the commanders. Everybody over time can expertise them. Yeah, some people, doesn't mean your talent trees will match exactly. But for the most part, from a baseline, the commanders are the same. So I think your equipment is kind of the differentiator. I bought into that early. Alright. So I don't need that, so I'm going to share it real quick. Let me get this up. We have, if anybody needs alright. See? So a lot of times what will happen is these guys will drop equipment frags, and this is the equipment I'm trying to work on next, but I'm pretty excited about my equipment. Like I said, it's been a lot of hard work, long work. From the hospital real quick. And yeah, so we got some good stuff made. Let me go to the commanders and see it better on that. So my Charles, like I said, I'm entry focused, so I kind of focus on that first. But this is one of my first epic pieces that I made, Quinn Soul. Really nice for infantry since the patch, since they changed all this, like last week. I think it's been out a week. But great infantry attack stats. This was, no, sorry, Karak's Humility was the first one I made. This was Quinn Soul's second. But a lot of health. I know there's a lot of argument or opinions about what is the best stat to have, and I think it's a good one. I think everybody has different feelings about it. Me personally, I've had a lot of conversations, and I think I go as far as to say that there isn't a best stat for everything blanket statement wise. I think each troop type has receives a stat better than the other. So, and obviously the application that you're using your troops in. So, I'm doing a lot of rallies. I'm doing a lot of garrisoning. It's important for me to try to keep my alliance's members' troop death counts down. I don't want them having a lot of dead troops, which is another reason why I work so hard on some specific commanders and equipment. But so for me, I like hell. Keep our guys alive longer. But as kind of an overall generalization, think about what the role of each troop type is, right? So we've got, let me check the time on this flag real quick. 8 minutes. All right, shout out to Scammeron, helping build some flags. It's going to cut the time down. But yeah, so think about the troop type. And to me, Cav, they're built to attack. They're built to deal damage. They so you get some nice little rewards too for killing those things. Better to, you know, if you can coordinate, tough in KVK because you never know, could get hit, who's gonna be around the corner. But you know, when you're back in your own kingdom, organize a group of people to go do this with, and especially for all the free-to-play players, and you know, it doesn't take any action points to kill these things. Go around in a group, and everybody gets those rewards, so it's good for that. But anyways, back to what I was saying. So yeah, so Cavs, I think, I feel like they're built for the offense, for the attack. They deal damage. They don't have a lot of defense. You know, they're meant to be used. They're quick as a hit and run, in and out. Really control your troops, but just in short spurts deal a lot of damage. So to me, I would make the argument that I'd want to stack as much attack damage just to exponentiate to really amplify what they're best at. And then your infantry, kind of think of them as a tanky, get into the ditches, get in the front lines, hold the line. They're taking the brunt of the damage. So for me, kind of want defense stats because that's what they're good at. So again, amplify what's their strength and what's their strong point. And then archers, they're like China dolls. They're range units, although in this game they're not range units because everybody hits right up against each other. It'd be cool if they kind of implemented, just a thought, but it'd be cool if they implemented for archers where they actually could attack a march without standing right next to the march, right? But not there yet. So they melt, they're weak, they're like a wet paper sack. So for my archers, I think the stat you'd want is the health stat. You know, allow them to be out there longer. And but yeah, that's my 2 cents. So let's just recall her and finish that node if we were over here, but we're not. We still have a little time for the key, or for the ruins. Let's see. Yeah, 10 hours, so. And give you a little, for those of you who maybe this is the first time watching, we'll give you a little layout of KVK. We started in this zone, the corner, top right corner, and we came out when EMP was kind of in charge of this corner of the map. This corner of the map had our rivals 804 below us, and so when the Zone 4 passes open, we came out into Zone 5, and with our family alliances, 3-amp and 6-amp, secured this area and around the Huron first. 04 flooded out of this gate. Whoops. 04 flooded out of these gates here, and we knew and planned. We weren't in a big hurry to get down here. We knew we were gonna fight. It's a lot of ours first KVK, and our kingdom it was a very peaceful kingdom. So trust me, we were itching to fight, and they were too. So they flooded out these 2 gates, and just by the location of their passes on the map compared to ours, we already knew they had an advantage to reach these things. So we just wanted to get really established and then slowly work our way from right to left. They came out of these passes. We came down to, just north of this ruin. They actually jumped the mountain here. Got some territory built there, so we kind of had a skirmish and a little fight there. But all the fighting really happened around this corner when we built down. And the funny thing was that actually when we first came in, everyone wanted to fight so bad, we actually just had a lot of marches coming down here. And we just did a bunch of open field fighting. Kind of pointless, but like I said, I think a lot of us were just letting off months of steam. But that was where we first met them. And we eventually they built flags up to here, we built flags, and as you can see, we pretty quickly, about 18 hours, got them locked into their passes. So we locked them into this pass, we took another family alliance, we built a fort, built flags with another family alliance, 2 and 7, and just completely shut them down. Then we went to this pass. We did have a farm alliance fort there. As you can see, they somehow, the fort used to sit right here, somehow got this flag over here to touch it, so it's kind of an annoyance because they could always just sneak out of the pass and hit it and burn it, and we never really kept people in that alliance. We just built the fort to keep them in there because they came out and forts take 30 hours to burn, something like that. But so we got that under control. Had a couple weeks until the Zone 5 passes open, and really same story again. We kind of held the front this whole KVK where all the fighting was. Our other alliances, we had really top 4 alliance: MSOT, APG, and APOC. APOC and APG are on the other side of the map, and they pretty handily handled 802, 801, 807. We kind of had 804, 805 on our side. So it was kind of a divide and conquer mentality. Those guys did an unbelievable job over there. APG, really strong, really organized, and APOC is the Alliance of our King, super organized. They had some great fighters over there. They were very awesome and kind of jumping back and forth between us and APG. Kind of whoever needed help when, because they didn't MSOT them. They didn't have a whole lot going on. They were in these middle lanes right here, and just us and APG kind of held the outside front line, so they never penetrated. So it made life easy in the middle. But instead of just sitting in the middle and collecting rewards and taking it easy, APOC, they showed up. They every time we had a fight, without us even asking, they were knocking at the door. So a good problem to have when you have a kingdom of fighters. But so same story in Zone 5. You see, kind of worked down and came out of the zone. We built down immediately. We got this pass taken care of. We actually took this pass and continued to push them down. MSOT built down, and 805 was kind of in this area. 6M built down, fought 805. It took MSOT because MSOT's passed. You can see how far up MSOT actually had to build down. So they were a little late to the party. But yeah, I mean, hats off to our family alliances and Destiny, who's our leader. We have those set up really like no other alliances I've seen. We have a very good communication system with all of them, all their leaders, and so really what makes it tough for these kingdoms and alliances that we're facing is we move about the map and we fight about the map like one alliance. And our subs, you know, we don't have any whales in our subs, and I don't know what's considered a whale. I'm 61 million power. I consider myself more a dolphin than a whale. But just, you know, loads of free-to-play players, loads of low spenders, and but man, when you have enough of them and you work cohesively towards a common goal, it's hard to beat. I actually got a bunch of messages, and have been getting messages and mails throughout KVK from some 04 people, some core, you know, some of these alliances over here, just, you know, commending us on our organization. Just, you know, they've taken notice, other kingdoms have taken notice, just how organized we are. So we actually pushed into their zone 5. We actually kind of took control of their zone 5 quick. And so, just been able to load up on honor, rewards. We don't have to share ruins anymore. We were rotating ruins, and we still are rotating ruins with our other alliance in our kingdoms. But now we've taken this extra one, so we're letting even our subs collect honor on those. We got to ditty out all the structures amongst our alliances, so we, you know, all get an equal fair share of rewards. And I think that's where kingdoms can fall apart, right? It's we're focused on the fighting, and the rewards are just a byproduct of that. It's kind of the mentality of our kingdom, but we're a very fair kingdom. So you see everybody getting what they deserve, and it works out great that way. Everybody gets what they deserve that way, you know, and we're fair about it. We talk about it. We all vote on it. So I'm pretty pleased with the way our kingdom comes together. Yeah, so then after zone 5, zone 6 passes open, and after we lock down their zone 5, what happened was they all, and basically the same story on the other side of the map. I mean, you can see there's a lot of purple in this KVK, but APG and APOC on this side did the same thing, the 07, you know, some of 05, but mostly 07. So what they did in Kalcha, similar to what we did, you know, Curry and Sakaka. And enabled us to really just concentrate them to matcha. So before zone 6 passes open, we had 804, 805, 806 never got out of their passes, 807. So we had 3 kingdoms in one tiny area, and knew their only push, they were all gonna have to come through the bottom. We had the whole top side of Kingsland and sides secured. So again, a small battle in Kingsland here. We came through this pass. They were at this pass down here, and as you can see, pretty swiftly got them controlled put them at bay. APG did the thing on the other side. And as my good friend Apocalypse says, boom, 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 baby. We secured Kingsland. We kind of allied with 801 and 802 after KVK started. One of those adaptations, like I said, we're good at. And so we actually allowed them to come in, touch the ziggurat, grab those rewards. They touched, they moved back out. And so that worked nicely. We were a little nervous coming into KVK because it was really us against the world. It was us against the other 7 kingdoms. We didn't have any guaranteed allies yet, but nevertheless we came in and we didn't let that stop us with our plans and execution, and some of them quickly jumped on board. So let's see, this flag's done. Get back in that flag. Alright. Let's see if it'll let me now. I think it said, because I'm in that other zone. Yep. So report back here real quick. So yeah, so we had some good battles with 804. It was it's pretty much all we fought. 804, 805, but it was really, I'd have to say, for the southern part, 804 showed up. So hats off to them. We started in 804, so we know a lot of those guys. We migrated to 803 a month after we started the game, so yeah, a lot of bad blood, I guess you could say. We were ready for them. And so now we're looking forward to, about 3 days, the Zone 4, their safe zone. In KVK, these are one-way passes, meaning you can only come out, you can't go in until, let's go to Twilight here, until the fourth to last chapter. So, took the ziggurat, like I said, last night before, and it was this chapter lasts 3 days. Then 12 hours after, we got level 4 passes opening. So they are no longer safe. What's going on, Rome? How are you, buddy? So yeah, so we gotta come in, although they are not gonna make it easy for us. So they've been pulling forts, they've been rebuilding forts, and as you can see, there is a lot of forts and there's a lot of flags at these passes. So when we come into these passes, not only are they gonna put up a good fight to protect the pass and not let us in at all, but once we get in, the work will continue. We'll have a lot of burning to do. So that makes it nice having a lot of active family alliances, because you have a lot of people. Makes the work easy. And another thing, how we have these family alliances set up too, I have not just spent my time in one EMP. A lot of us, any given number of us, we spend time in all of the alliances. In KVK, an alliance, all these alliances are just shells. I've spent time in not just our family alliances, in all the alliances. So wherever there's fighting, wherever they need help, kingdom-wide, we're all willing and able, and we go fight. So we kind of just prepared ourselves mentally to not just get attached to our alliance tags, because we knew we'd be jumping back and forth and hopping in here, hopping out, hopping in here, and that makes a difference. So, but yeah, so we are kind of just enjoying Kingsland right now, killing some high-level barbs, some high-level forts. Let's see if we got anything going on fort-wise. Level 9. And the way the rewards are split up, APG got first occupation rewards. Well, we're supposed to get first occupation rewards. We triple rallied the Zig, and lag or something. Feel terrible for Supreme of APOC, because for some reason he couldn't get his rally canceled. So APOC actually took the first occupation rewards, which was not planned, but we'll work through it. I have no doubt. We'll have a solution. And then so we're taking, we took it, we passed it around. Everybody got this Crusader achievement. There's an Alliance Crusader achievement that your alliance controlled it at some point. So all work together, everybody's attached, had people hopping in and out, they got those rewards. That was good for all the alliances, even alliances of 801, 802, and then we took it to hold for this 3 days. And to get the Twilight rewards for Alliance, and we empty out. We really do an evaluation of all of our players, players from the other alliances, and we kind of shift around and we let the players in that deserve those rewards. So yeah, it's just another example of our kingdom working together there. But yeah, you can see we are just kind of relaxing. See some level 40 barbs, level 9 nodes, so pretty peaceful. 3 days. the blood will be spilling. But here we are, we're almost to reset. We'll do some wheel spinning. Might have to reload on some gems though, jeez. Just cleared this out the other day too. And these things, it's just from the daily gem supply. Killing barbs. It's unbelievable how many gems you get if you grind out some barbs. But let me reset this real quick. Okay. Let's grab all these goodies. These reset goodies. So these are the two. Like I said before, I'm real big into equipment, so love this little new addition to the supply depot. Material takes forever. Alright. Let's get all of our buffs going. And kind of been using 3 of these a day. I had hundreds of them. we got a gold key. We'll rip it open real quick. Terrible. Don't need any building speed ups. Got all my buildings upgraded. Don't need any purple stars. And can always use experience right now. Not far enough in the game where that's a thing. But go up here and use 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Lady. Gold. I typically will only be spending gems if I see something 90% more is when I gem that, because it's better value than the VIP shop. Oh, I didn't mean to press that. Crap. But, anyways, that was terrible. But, resources, I feel like that's free stuff. So it's typically why I have so many 8-hour deals, because I'll trade resources. Ooh, materials, good. Experience, good. Reload. Got a lot of, about to go into war. I don't like to typically have, I don't put this much resource in my castle, like, available for looting. So I'm changed to tile form, but I am about to try to train some troops. Is why I have it out there, and I just hate going to add later. So just kind of had that prepared instead of 90. As it is. Don't have very much siege research. That is it. I'm not gonna get that. Oh, actually, I can get that for that later. And next MVE, I'm just saving it for next MVE power up. Those are always good. I use 4 trillion teleports a day, it feels like. Material's not only good, but they've changed that. I don't want bone is for all the gathering material now, so we won't be getting that. Alright, you can see where we're at here. Got the Wheel of Fortune. We're in the Mightiest Governor right now. Mightiest Governor is El Cid. I pushed pretty hard for him the last time. Does it show, or I guess you have to wait till it's over. Show history. Finished, what, second, I think? Yeah, second. And, worked on my El Cid a little bit. But, yeah, so let's see if we got one of these. Going, challenge, boom. I've completed my rewards deal, so now I'm getting these gold chests, and they're, sometimes they're good, sometimes I get AP out of them, sometimes like a 500,000 tomb of food. Sometimes I've gotten teleports out of them, experience out of them, so wide array of kind of type stuff. We got, I've been in and out of the alliance, so I don't think I will be there. But I just kind of check up on, gives you an idea of kind of who's active, who's in here. Donating, those donations are important for the alliance. There we go, flags built. Okay. This used to be a lot more exciting because AE wasn't expertise, but she is now. So now what I'm looking for, now that she's expertise, I'm not looking for her heads anymore, but these I like to gobble up. Gold stars. So I'll try to get those anytime I can. Occasionally you'll see other legendary heads in here, so if I don't have them, like Caesar, I've seen El Cid. I think I've seen Freddy. I think all the gold key commanders will occasionally start showing up here. I don't know if that's a change. I don't remember them before early game. But sunset, see our sunset team doing. We're 15 right now. And it's getting tougher and tougher. We got some strong players in our kingdom, really good commanders, really good synergy with commander choices, so they make it hard on us Dolphins. But let's see here. Oh, I know. Let's see who they're using. So he's in our alliance. Sun Tzu Barca, A.E. Joan. That's a popular combination. Richard Martell, YSG, and Mehmed. That's interesting. Haven't seen that combo before. And then the classic Minakakao. See this a lot. Richard Joan, Charles Barca. See that a lot. Let Charles bring some more troops, amplify his damage, reduce damage, tanky. The classic. Another YSG. YSG was our last wheel, so kind of like we might see some cons being sprinkled in here, but they're typically not expertise cons. They're kind of halfway built out cons. That was YSG last wheel session. People were getting them and working on them, throwing them in here. Now that we've gone 2 con wheels, we see a lot of expertise YSGs already. I think everybody is kind of in a common ground when saying he's one of the best commanders throughout the game, so holds a lot of value. So invest in him early and often. So you have him. Sun Tzu. So we got AoE, we got AoE, we got AoE, we got AoE. A lot of AoE damage. Critically important for Canyon. AoE, 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 AoE damage, AoE damage. Hades, there's a con. Level 60 already. He's done some work on him quickly. So yeah, I mean, typically we're seeing the same combinations in kind of the top 10. There's our good buddy Apocalypse, boom boom. He's got Richard and Joan, Charles and Caesar. That's unique. Pretty hard to kill that March. The classic Sun Tzu and YSG, a lot of AoE damage, and he's got Mehmed with AE, so Mehmed's probably bringing more troops. So yeah, I don't know if he doesn't have Barca or just likes the damage, but it's working. Top 10. Top 10, baby. And yeah, so, and I'm working with, I got Charles and Barca. I got my classic NSCC, Richard Joan. I have an El Cid YSG all Archer March and AE and Sun Tzu. Let me double check my defense here. So kind of hide El Cid in the corner. Richard, I need to pull back. And I need to protect my calves. I don't know what was going on there. It was all jacked up. Alright. Let's get to the good stuff. We want to see. So I finished 16th. Finished 16th, yet we just checked on it. It said I was 15th, so I don't know how that works. It's interesting. Nevertheless, love training speed ups. That will be a never-ending thing for the rest of my life. I'll be training troops because I send my troops to die. 50,000 experience and a silver key for 16th, so not bad. Pay attention to your sunset. rewards all the way down. Alright, let's go to the good stuff. Let's see what we get here. So I've already cleaned out those chests. Let's see, where are we gonna start? Where are we starting with him? Whole con is 5-2. We've got 9 heads. So 9 heads is where we're gonna start this spin at. So let's do our free spin. Or a half off spin, I guess. 2 stars. Love stars. Hot commodity. Man, it takes a lot of the stars when you are bringing those legendaries to level 6. God, it takes a lot of them. So I will welcome stars whenever I get them. So if we max spin this, we spin this 12 times. We're talking 10 would be 36,000. You got 40, a little more than 40,000 gems to max spin this. So let's see how we feel. Never done this on live stream before, so maybe you guys will bring me some luck. Here we go. Okay. Like I said, love them training speed ups. I hate building speed ups. How about that's research? Yeah. Research is okay. Gold I will take. It takes a lot to heal T5. I didn't think I'd be fighting as much in open field T5 as I have been, but there's a lot of T5 in our KVK already. And I didn't have a lot of T4 trained, so I thought it'd just be rallies and garrison. So I went overboard on the T5s. Let's see here. Alright, there's one. 2 stars. Training. I like it. Universal. I love it. Training. That's a good spin. That's a really good spin. Can use all that. I can use all that. Some popcorn. Some training. There's another one. Two more. Okay. Is that 4 total? Call building. Yuck. That was not as exciting. It's Flame 231 YT. What is up, buddy? We're just chilling, giving everybody a look in to the day in the life of a 1 EMP and spinning the wheel. And we are not doing very good. But you showed up, so there's 2 con heads and some training and a universal. It's Flame 231 is a good luck charm. 111. I'll take it. Keep in mind when I'm buying these in the shop, they are, if you're buying them in the VIP shop, universals are 2,000 a pop. So 3 heads, I mean that's great value. 3,600 gems, 1,000 a head plus other resources. Nice. Oh, so close. Yet so far. I mean, it's just a draft. I mean, they can't surround that thing with something besides building speed ups. Like, Come on. Surround it with food. I'll take food over building speed ups any day of the week. I don't know. I don't know if we're going to be able to max that second skill just off of con heads at this rate. But I'll take universals. 45 hours of speed up, that's good. Like that. I like that. I like training. I like 45 hours of speed ups. I love universals. I love stars. And I hate building speed ups. Almost got a perfect spin there. Ruined by the old building speed ups. Oh. Comical. Comical. There we go. There we go. Boom. Okay. I'll take it. All usable. I'll use it. I'll definitely use all that stuff. Down to 2 spins here. Come on. No 8 spots today. No 8 spots. I did get 2 8 spots in one spin the very first wheel, so maybe that's why they're cutting me out these last 2 wheel spins, because started out hot. It's like the casino. You always win your first time, right? 45 hours. Speed ups is good. Alrighty. Last spin. Didn't I say I wasn't gonna max spin this? Oh. But yet, here I am. Just getting teased, but I like that. 90 hours of speed ups right there. So, well, that was not as exciting as I anticipated. But we started with 9. So we got 9 heads. I think we got 10. I think we had like 105. So 10 universals, so like 19 universals, 20 universals. So that right there is worth the 40,000 gems it costs to max spin that, plus all the other stuff mixed in there with the resources, the speed ups, the training speed ups, I think. $32 8 hours of training speed up, so that's pretty good. And I literally emptied this, training troops in the middle of war. I'm going to do a whole after KVK. I think a couple of the guys were gonna do a kind of what we learned KVK 1. I can tell you one of the big things I learned: having enough troops coming in. Biden, I'm feeling good, man. Feeling good. Wheel could have been a little better, but feeling pretty good. But one of the things I was naive about is I marched in here with my 3 million troops, thinking I had a lot of troops. And I started KVK a little above 70 million power. You can see where I'm at now. But when you lose 3.3 million troops, 3 million is not a lot. So I literally got down to where during KVK I was training like a madman just to keep marches full and whatnot. So. But you live and you learn. KVK2, we will take all these lessons learned and hopefully build on our experiences here. because KVK2 shouldn't be as lopsided or, you know, easy as this one, because it's a matchmaking process. So, but it's good, you know. I think it's good. I think the way they built the game, they don't give you too much too fast. You know, I've noticed kind of even when we do all these rallies on the structures and whatnot. I wish I could give you those building speed ups, Flame. I wish I could, buddy. But you know, when we rally the pass and we rally these different structures, you're building. They get tougher and tougher, and you just really kind of learn from the buildings and structures in the past how they work. You know, they have these believers coming down the lanes, so you not only have to worry about rallying down the structure and the boss that's protecting that, but making sure cohesively you're working with your alliances, or if it's just your alliance, but in all those lanes, killing those things, because if they reach, it heals, and you gotta kind of troubleshoot at the beginning, but it just prepares you for these other buildings. And I'll tell you, the Ziggurat, it was not easy. It was not easy. It took us a few attempts to do. But the crazy thing, it wasn't, you know, we didn't struggle with the Ziggurat based on, you know, we didn't have the commanders to take it, or we weren't dealing enough damage. Our problem was we actually dealt too much damage too quick. And what happens with the Ziggurat is, as it takes damage, every 3% damage, let's see if it tells us here. No, it was in a write-up, but as the Ziggurat takes damage, every 3%, I think it's 3%, every 3% damage it takes, and it's reduced by, it releases a believer. And these believers start coming down these lanes, and if the believer reaches the Ziggurat, then it heals Ziggurat. Well, I mean, we were just doing massive damage to it. We had 3 rallies, and we couldn't keep up with the believers. I mean, there's just too many of them. Plus, there was just lag out the wazoo. A lot of times, I'd come down here to look at troops, and the screen would be blank. You couldn't see any troops. You couldn't see any buildings. You couldn't see anything. It was a mess. So we collaborated and decided I actually switched my rally to AE Richard, so I could fit more in my rally and really just tank the Ziggurat. My rally wasn't intended to deal a lot of damage to it. It was just to tank it, take damage, and pull the damage off of the other 2 rallies from APG and APOC. And they used damage rallies. They used Mina Cao Cao. And so we got to stagger our rallies. We didn't all hit at the same time. We kind of laddered them. And then it was a lot more manageable. And believe it or not, we have such an active kingdom, we actually had to tell people to leave. It was kind of funny. We actually limited people to 1 march in the lane to reduce the lag. So that's how we got it. But, well, and I'll cover that in the video when we're talking about it. But that's something that we learned for sure. You know, we were so hell bent on taking it down fast, and that's not what you want to do there. But kind of bummed. I was kind of hoping the dice game. We'd have the dice game tonight too, but I guess you just get that one time. That's really good value if you play it smart. But that's it. So we'll go kill some guardians. That's gonna be pretty boring for y'all. And we'll get ready. 3 days. 2 days, 16 hours, and then another 12. So that's, yeah, I mean, 3 days. and I suspect 804 will come out guns blazing. I suspect it's going to be our last hurrah before KVK ends. So they blocked their pass. 804 blocked their pass. They sure did. Flame. Block is an understatement, I would say. I would say that's an understatement. They went overboard. They're not making it easy for us. 804 is not making it easy. I don't know. I look at this. What do you think? I don't think they want us to get in here. Get through the pass. You got to burn through 2 forts, 1 trillion flags. I mean, they've got every nook and cranny just covered up in flags. So the whole goal, what we're doing is we're taking their Crusader Fortress. That's what we intend to do, because alliance-wise, pretty big reward. So if we control a Crusader Fortress from another kingdom, 20 Charlemagne heads, 8 gold keys, 1.5 million in experience. We got 30 hours in universals. This I could care less about. I bet Flame is pretty excited about the 30 hours in building speed ups. He just told me he needs them. 30 hours training, 30 hours research, 8,000 AP. I don't like it. Except for the building speed ups. I don't like it. So that is the purpose of us going in there. Along the way, we'll probably grab some of the Crusader camps. Although I don't think that's a kingdom. That's a kingdom reward. And it's Twilight. Let's see. Yeah, so if our kingdom controls 3 Crusader camps, 2,000 gems, 5 gold keys, 3 gold heads. So that's awesome. And I think on the other side of the map, they're not going to have an issue with that. But yeah, I mean, we have fared well in this KVK. We have fared well. Here's my individual. So I've got about 30,000 individual honor to go. We've got plenty of time, 2 weeks to do that. I've been kind of holding back my AP. Been busy fighting, to be honest, but been kind of accumulating AP to go ham at the end of KVK. I've also kept all my honor tombs and tiles, you know, just for a little surprise there at the end, where, you know, you get to cash in. I don't know what I have in there, 75,000 or so, 100,000, I don't know. It's a bunch of honor, but anytime you have those, anytime we have these past glory events, they give you those honor tiles. So I've kind of kept those stored up. I haven't used those yet. So this is just strictly honor off of my barb forts, ruins, and I'll cash those other things in at the end. We're going for top 20. We want that skin, but yeah, everything else has been achieved, which is nice. I guess if I really needed this right now, I could cash those in and claim that, but I don't, so I'll just get it the organic way. But one that I saw that I definitely want to achieve at the start of KVK was this. I think it's called Faith. Yes, Faith. So kills. So this 50 million kills that we achieved last week or so, that was huge. That was a nice one. That was a nice one. That was one I was focused on. So our alliance, we really just have kind of the stuff that we couldn't do until we just have this, the Crusader Fortress. That's it. Oh no, I'm sorry. The Huron Circle Sanctuary deal is, we won't get all those because we broke that out, so we calculated the heads out, so everybody in the top 4 alliances receives the same amount, so that's what we worked out there, so that's good. And then, yeah, so we'll get these fortresses, we'll get these Charlemagne heads, but the honor roll, I was going to show you, so the rewards, this is what everybody's after, that Twilight Falls permanent city skin. It's my understanding you can't get it anywhere else except for KVK Season 1, so that's what kind of makes it special. If you're wondering what that city skin even does for you, I think it's under special, isn't it? Where is that skin? There it is, Twilight Falls. 5% skill damage. Massive. Commander EXP. I think by the time, I mean, I guess that's good for when those later commanders come out. When you're trying to level them up. But this, me being an infantry guy, is not very exciting. I do not like that. Infantry negative stat. But the skill damage, yes, very good. It's very good. You're right, Clang. It is a lot of forts. I'm gonna leave you in charge of burning them. But yeah, so hopefully that's good. Like I said, we're playing around. We're trying to get this YouTube thing halfway professional looking. I'll never be the one to beg and plead for you to like and subscribe. But hey, I mean, if you feel compelled to, by all means, do it. We will keep the music rocking. New mic, so hopefully it looks like a halfway decent YouTube channel. Got some videos been editing, so I'll put those out here pretty soon. I took some video of our ziggurat, and just kind of on our timeline, if you look in our channel, there's a First Empire journey playlist, kind of just showing everybody our journey, even clear back in 804, so that's kind of cool to look back on. And that's how this whole channel even started for me. I just was recording things for our members to have a way to look back at the memories of where we were, where we come from, where we've been, and those files are so large, I was like, hey, I'll just start a YouTube channel so that people can just go there and watch it, and it's just kind of slowly but surely turned into whatever this is. So, but enjoy hanging out with y'all. And if you guys have any questions, comments, concerns, if there's anything specific maybe you want me to cover, help you guys out with on here, just leave it in the comments. I'll go through those and try to address that stuff. As this thing's evolved too, that's the other way I used it. It's so hard to communicate sometimes through chat. People needing help with commanders and stuff, so it's just an easy way to hop on here and talk about it. Way easier, in fact, and then way easier for me to make videos about stuff than it is to try to talk about it through a chat or through mail. And then if I have 15 of the same questions, having to do 15 separate mails, it's all hammered out here. But will be it. Gotta head home. And I don't know what's on the agenda tonight. Maybe a little more flag building. Maybe we can go find some barb hunters from 804, 805. Although I think they're gearing up for the old Zone 4 war that's going to happen. So, until next time, if you have any complaints, mail Destiny. He's the head of our complaint department.